WIB, the leading global voice for the blind and visually impaired, invites you to an intimate dinner ceremony and historical filming event. Don't miss out. The most influential blind people event taking place on June 2nd at the Sheraton LaGuardia East Hotel, Queens, New York City. Doors open from 6 to 9 p.m. Your exclusive VIP pass is waiting for you. Tickets are only $75. Make your purchase today. Tickets are going fast. Welcome to the Living the Dream podcast with Curveball. If you believe, you can achieve. Welcome to the Living the Dream with Curveball podcast, a show where I interview guests that teach, motivate, and inspire. Today, I am joined by singer-songwriter Naquela Wright-Prevoe. Naquela is from Newark, New Jersey, and she has been singing since the age of 5, writing songs since the age of 13. So we're going to be talking to her about everything that she's up to, her story, her musical influences, and who got her started. So Naquela, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me, Curveball. It's an honor to be up here, going behind all those great people you've done interviewed already, being with them. I'm happy.
Absolutely. Well, you're definitely one of the greats as well. And why don't you start off in your own words by just telling the listeners a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a Capricorn. I was born on Christmas, y'all. Big up to all y'all Capricorns and Christmas babies. Singer-songwriter, as you said, as you mentioned. I also is a co-founder of a nonprofit organization called Eyes Like Mine, where visual loss doesn't break you, it builds you. And I am a mother of 2, married with a 9-to-5 as a telecommunications specialist. I'm working on a couple of songs. One is going to drop this summer, and hopefully we'll get one way before then. So just stay tuned for that.
Most definitely. Well, tell the listeners, first of all, what genre of music you're in. So when they listen to you, what can they expect?
They can expect some pop and hip hop, and a little bit of R&B in there.
Okay, well, I know you mentioned that you are the co-founder of Eyes Like Mine. For those who do not know, tell us about that great organization and what you guys are up to.
Oh, well, Eyes Like Mine is up to a lot. This past year or so, with COVID happening, we did a lot of virtual events that brought a lot of good audience to us. And last year was our first time coming back from COVID. And we do a lot of innovative social change events along with advocacy, and we just try to bring people together through everything. We have a event called Dancing with the Blind that my BMG family going to be up on. Big Boy going to be performing, Ali K going to be performing, I'm going to be performing, and we're going to have a host of contestants. Now, Dancing with the Blind is where we bridge the gap between the sighted and the blind. We want to show people the potential and the capability of people who's living with vision loss. So you can see that even though I'm blind, it's not stopping me, and we're doing that through performing arts. We also have the Miss Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant, where our title holder, Miss Goddess Johnson, is a part of the Even Though I'm Blind family. Big ups to you, boo. And what that is, we show the mission is to provide women with vision loss by providing tools to encourage and cultivate their daily life experiences, to show off the women who's living with vision loss, to show that even though they're blind, they can still be a parent, they can still have a job, they can they can still be a predominant figure in the community. And that's what Eyes Like Mine is about, is to show people that even though you're blind, you can still do whatever you put your mind to. You just need to have the strength and have people behind you who will build you up instead of breaking you down.
And so you are also visually impaired, correct?
I am completely blind, baby.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
I lost my sight just about 13 years ago. August will make 13 years I've been blind.
Okay. So tell the listeners how you got started. I know you started singing at the age of 5. Well, tell us about how you got started and who encouraged you through your journey.
Well, I started singing when I was 5, and my mom and my brother actually encouraged me through to my journey of my music. Because my mom sing, like my whole mother's side of the family can sing. Big ups to the Martins and the Wrights. I love you. They can all sing. So it was just inherent that I had a voice as well. And it got cultivated through my music classes with in 15th Avenue School with Miss Claude, and with my high school music teacher, Miss Suzanne M. Kane. She really like put the whole, no, you got to sing like this, upper register. She made me a very, very smart artist. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what a treble clef is, and I know accelerando. Like, she gave me all the vocabulary that I need, and she did not hold any punches. And my dad is my biggest supporter. Like, he took me to all my talent shows. He brought the outfits. He did the running around. Like, my dad is like the biggest supporter throughout my whole music journey. My dad is always number one there when I'm doing a performance, even to this day.
Okay. So tell us about some of your biggest musical influences over the years, like the celebrities, who kind of influences you, or who do you listen to for that motivation when you need it?
Ooh, I'm different, Curveball. I'm so different because I don't have a one type person that I actually listen to. I am a music. I love music, and it's songs, not the people, the song, the words. I'm gonna be a bit cliche, but Beyonce is when I feel like my husband ain't appreciating me enough, And then LMA is when my husband is doing wrong and he know he's doing wrong, so he know when she come on, he gotta fix something. And then you got Music Soul Child and Avant. I love them too because their voice and the music that they put out is always, always great. And when I first went blind, Life Jennings, I believe, whole album, I can sing that backwards and forwards because that album helped me start my blindness journey, and it helped me get out of like the depression and the funk phase of losing your sight. So those are my inspirations.
Yeah, speaking of the depression phase, I was going to ask you about that. I've been blind since birth, but you lost your sight 13 years ago, so you were pretty much an adult. So tell us about that journey and what it was like and how you actually did get out of it to be what you are now.
Okay. I woke up one day in 2010, blind in one eye, blurry out the other. And I was just scared. I was so scared. And I went to the hospital. They diagnosed me with pseudotumor cerebri. Now, for those who don't know what that is, pseudotumor is a false tumor of the brain. My body makes too much spinal fluid, and spinal fluid is what your brain sits in, so it don't knock against your skull. And that access fluid acted as if it was a tumor, and it knocked out my optic nerves. From there, I had 4 spinal taps. I had surgery on both my eyes, and I have a VP shunt placed to drain out the access fluid. When I woke up and I had no sight after the surgeries on my eyes, I hey, it was just a whole oh my God moment. Like I really can't see. And it took a week. It took like I was always a go getter, and I never stayed down ever. Like I boxed, I wrestled, I cheerleaded. It didn't matter what nobody told me when I was younger. Because growing up in high school, I did everything. I wanted to find my own way on my terms. So with that being said, I already had a sense of self. So when I lost my sight, I took a week to really understand my lot in life at that point. And my dad knew I love music, so he came to me and he got me a couple CDs. And the first one I listened to was Life Jennings, and his song "It Could Have Been Worse" resonated with me to the bottom of my toes. Because with pseudotumor, your spinal fluid is only supposed to be at 6, no higher than 12. And when they got the fluid out of my back, out of my spine, it was almost like at 45. And that's a level where I could have died at. So when I heard it could have been worse, it was just, I played that on repeat that whole week, where I was just really trying to understand what I was going through. And I definitely prayed. I prayed for understanding. I prayed to get through it. And I prayed to see again at that time. And when I came to terms with it, it was a week. I came to terms with it, and I went downstairs and I just said, "Hey, Mom, I'm hungry." And from there, I just started learning everything. I went to the JKTC program in November of 2010. I finished in March of 2011. And I met Crystal Allen in the middle of that. And me being 18, meeting Crystal, and she's coming from North, coming all the way to New Brunswick to meet me. And she's like, "Girl, listen, you don't have to, you can still do everything you've been doing. It just may be a little bit different." And she told me her words of advice was to keep up with what I'm doing at JKTC and just practice. And once she got a hold of me, she didn't let me go. Like she would say she didn't, but I'm telling you she did. She stalked me for a while until I was like, "You know what? I love you too, girl." So that's how my journey began. Yeah. And from there, me and Crystal built Eyes Like Mine. Once I realized like I can do everything I was doing. I can cook, I can clean, I could go off and live by myself. I can do everything I was doing, but I just had to learn how to do it in a different way. And once I comprehended that, and then with me being okay with my situation, me accepting my situation with going blind, I was able to move forward. And Crystal been at my side ever since.
All right. That's definitely amazing. Well, let the listeners know. I know you talked about a couple of things that you're up to, but let us know about any upcoming things that you're going to be up to, or just tell us what you see for the vision of Eyes Like Mine, maybe in like 5 years or so. Just let us know what you got going on.
All right. So right now in the immediate future, on March 31st, Eyes Like Mine is going to be having their 9th anniversary information gala at the North Arts Museum. It's going to be from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Come out. Allie K is going to be performing there, so we love her. Goddess Johnson is going to be there with her crown and sash, so come take pictures and come learn about what Eyes Like Mine is doing. On April 28th, the Dancing with the Blind competition is going to be happening, and my BMG family is going to be there. Big Boy, I'm so excited to see him perform live because I've been listening to his music. I know he probably got a couple upticks in them after plays. And Audi K is also going to be performing there as well, and I will be. On October 6th and 7th will be the Miss Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant. And I'm so sorry because I skipped a program. Our Marvelous Mom baby shower is going to be happening in May. also at the Newark Museum of Arts. And in 5 years, hopefully, Eyes Like Mine is going to have a building, a headquarters for everybody to come to, and all of our workshops and events and everything else will have a home to be at. So that's where I see us in 5 years. And then within that 5 years, I see myself personally moving forward with the BMG record label, pushing our music, showing off what people who are living with vision loss or blind can do, because BMG is going to be out there within this year, you know? So just look out, because I'm doing big things with Eyes Like Mine to help people with vision loss, and then I'm doing big things with my music just to show off for you guys. BMG all day.
Most definitely. I definitely do know. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be in the area, please be sure to check out these events and support Blind Eyes Like Mine and also Blind Money Gang as we come out with this music. Throw out that contact information so people can keep up with you and Eyes Like Mine, and let them know how they can help if it's possible, and what they can do.
Facts. Eyes Like Mine, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can donate to Eyes Like Mine at eyeslikeMine.org. You can find me at Naquela Wright on my fan page. Follow me. You can find me at Naquela Wright on YouTube. You can subscribe. You can find me on Naquela Wright on Instagram. So if that's N as in Nancy, A as in apple, Q as in queen, U as in umbrella, E as in elephant, L as in lovely, A as in apple. And that's Wright with the W, RIGHT.
Man, love it. Close us out with some final thoughts. Maybe something that I forgot to touch on that you would like to talk about it. Just any final thoughts you have for the listeners.
My biggest thought is models. Live by your word, and your word is your bond. That's what I'm teaching my kids. And a big thing that I live by, and also what helped me through my life and my journey, and what I'm still walking to today, is know your limits, everybody, but never limit yourself. Know what you want to do and do it.
Well said. Naquela Wright, ladies and gentlemen, check her out. Check out eyeslikeMine.org. Donate if you can. Support us. Support Blind Money Gang as we come out with that music. And if you are a visually impaired artist, contact us. Let us know, and make sure you support those Eyes Like Mine events. Please be sure to follow, rate, review, share this episode to as many people as possible. Any suggests or subject topics, suggestions, cjackson102 at cox.net. Naquela, thank you so much for joining me today.
All right. I'm out here. You need me to come up again, I'm out here. I'm on it.
Absolutely. For more information on the Living the Dream podcast, visit www.djcurveball.com. Until next time, stay focused on living the dream.